Hi everyone, Wandering Trader here, back with another portfolio update. I am your host, your low budget, quick take trading nomad. So for the week, we are down about 1,000. I believe we have made about 1,800 in premiums. So let's take a look and let's review the trades we made. We have mentioned last week that I was moving into large cap to balance everything out. So I have about 30% with Wish right now and 70% cash, and we were going to go into large cap. I made some minor trades with Wish. I started off with Baba, Wish. I made some Hood trade as well, Robinhood for earnings. So we collected some premiums on that. So we stuck with Alibaba. We took a couple hundred over there. We took a couple hundred on the beginning of November. So on the first day, I closed it out above 57%. Robinhood, I closed that out as well, 44%. And that was the day when Alibaba went down 4% and I went back in. So I ended up closing that position out. So about 4 trades, closing that out, and I opened up a new one for next week. So it was a 3.8% downturn on the 5th. So I closed it out and I reopened at the strike at 145 for 0.73. So as we let our Wish position play out, the coming week is the big one. Earnings is coming up, so come Wednesday, we're going to see how we're going to play this. So far, let's take a look at our cost basis for Wish. We are at 566, and we have been playing this for a couple weeks. This is actually longer than I expected, but it happens. I'm balancing it out with large cap, and as you see, we could go back to when we started trading Wish on the first week of September. So as you saw, this is when I started taking small positions, trying to go in, and our analysis at that time was not profitable, meaning there's high competition, interest rate, foreign currency issues, no moat, financials, everything is pretty bad. Trading sideways, all-time low at that time. This is when it was around like 6.57. Insiders selling and getting shares from lockup. So was this a lockdown stock? So the reward. So we have the market cap. We had what it was trading around. We had the 1-year price target, and we already indicated in the beginning of September that the fair was going to be 5. So it so happened that over the course of 2 months, it actually played into this number. So our intention, we were going to wheel this, and we had our time horizon. Can hold for 10 years, conviction, see value, and oversold with support. So this must be, I'm going to revise this on the column in the cell down below. So at that time, I wanted new position because I was really cash heavy. So intention was to swing, so that didn't happen. Wheel, heading into holidays, meanness, competition. So this is site traffic, mainly Western Europe and US is declining. Brand recognition, that's pretty decent. So that was our analysis. So at that time, I believe a couple videos ago, I went in depth and I covered the Avery report. They have a real in-depth report that I went over, and we discussed basically TAM as well, total addressable market of Wish, e-commerce, the low cost of operation. So they just have to tweak their models. They have to refine everything they're doing. So logistics, whether it's logistics business or it's going to be the advertisement business, but their core is trending down a little bit. So we have 15,000. We're playing earnings. Strike is 7. So if it gets called away, I'm walking out with around 29,000. That's fine. I wanted to bring down my cost basis. So instantly, this is going to bring my portfolio up to 260. We mentioned that the remaining 65% is going to be large cap. So why am I going into large cap? So aside from this having strong core fundamentals in their core business, Alibaba being and it being a large cap, its beta is 0.86. So if you guys aren't aware, how do we use beta? So essentially, beta expresses the trade-off between minimizing risk and maximizing return. So here we are. A beta of less than 1 means it tends to be less volatile than the market. So as I let my Wish position play out, I am going strictly into large cap until I get my reward. So aside from that, so theoretically, say a company has a beta of 2, that means it is 2 times as volatile as the overall market. We expect the market overall to go up by 10%. That means the stock could rise. So 0.86 on a historical S&P downturn correction, I believe the highest has been for 1 week was around 13%. And the central tendency, the median and the mode is around 8-9%. So let's say the S&P drops 10% in 5 days, 5 trading days. This theoretically it would drop 8.6%. So let's take a look at some of these screenshots I have from the Webull app. So 10%, 8.6% over here. I'm still at a statistical advantage, and I set my number at 145. So I'm fine with that. With Wish, we are looking at the average around 5.86. So these samples, I believe, is a representation of purely and only Webull users. But that's a great sample size and a reflection of the whole population. So as you see, this is my reasoning for that. We have about a couple more weeks, I believe, till the end of the year, about 8-9 weeks. So right now, as you see, my cost base is 566. I'm gonna play it, and I'm gonna if earnings is good, it most likely will squeeze and jump really high, really fast. But I'm not after greed. This is purely risk management. So if I walk away with around 28, 29,000, that'll be cool, and I will play out the rest of the year with large cap, and I'm gonna entertain some growth stock. But my target for the year, initially at the beginning of the year, was 225 to close out 2021. But as I've surpassed that number, I'm setting another milestone at 250. So as you see, my range could be, I topped out at 242. So what is my average? What is the higher bound? What's the lower bound? So I'm trying to hit new highs already. I'm trying to hit 250 for the end of the year. So far, the average has been right now in the last couple of weeks has been around 230. So as you see, we're slowly going up, and we are compounding our wealth. So if you like this type of content, please like and subscribe, and by all means, check out some of my dividend content. I have some traveling content. I'm right now in Mexico City, so I have like a 30-minute walk around Centro and some of the cathedrals and the museums. So you could take a look at that. Check out some of my dividend content. But so far, this is where we are at, and we are gonna let this play out. We are secure. Our dividends portfolio / emergency fund is funded. We have cash on the side, so we have to just let this play out. So thanks again for tuning in, and take care of yourself.